Hello, YouTube, coming to you from Cypress, Texas. Today's video is going to be talking about Fab Four rear fender installation. So in my last video I did the front fender installation, which turned out great. Very impressed with it. So I decided to go ahead and do the rear as well. So this is what this looks like. So I'm going to, in this video, I'm gonna be removing this fender flare, and then we're gonna be drilling holes in this fender, okay? This one's gonna be a little bit more technical because the simple fact is you only wanna make one hole. So the old saying is, measure twice, cut once. Will definitely be in effect for today. So, so this is what we're going to be installing. So the first one here is going to be your driver's side, which has the gas hole there. The other one is going to be the other side, the passenger side. And then you've got these little added pieces that kind of give it the accent, the Fab Four logo, stuff like that. Kind of preset, man. I mean, you're gonna be screwing these in. They're pre-done. Then you kind of get a template, and then you mark your holes, and then drill them out. It should be fairly simple, but like I said, you want to make sure that your measurements are exactly right. You don't want to mess that up, because once you have a hole in it, it's done. So we're going to be removing this just like we did the front. Got to remove my rock lights back here in the back, and then remove this whole panel here. But yeah, we're going to be along for the ride. Now, the manual asks for you to remove your rear bumper, but I've got an aftermarket bumper. I don't believe I'm going to have to do that. But you guys and myself, we will find out exactly what is required. I think I'm going to have to remove my rails again. We'll see. All right, stay tuned. I'll be back. Okay, so I am back. Once again, you're going to want to get your trusty tool to do this. I recommend it, and you're going to be pulling out these Christmas tree things. Looks like there's about 5 of them in here. I've got like one more left. Looks like it's all done here. Okay, now when I pull this off, I'm gonna have my rock light cords, so I'm not gonna pull it completely off, because I've got to disconnect those as well. So my understanding, you just give it a good pull. Alright, and that's that. Okay, so I'm going to disconnect these rock lights. I think I can just do this one. That's the new one I put on. And the other ones, I've got to actually disconnect. Where's the connection? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to pause this for a second so I can take this these rock lights off completely, and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back, and I removed the fender, and basically I just put the new fender on there, and there's basically 2 bolts that you're going to put in, and one is here, and then one on the other side, which is here. What this is going to allow you to do is to get your holes centered up on here. So this, not that one. So just here and here, you're going to drill your holes. So basically you're going to push on this fender, put it up as close as you can to the actual other fender, and you're going to mark your holes where you're going to drill, okay? And then we're going to come back to, give me one of those. We're eventually going to put this in, and I'm going to show y'all how to do that. It's a certain tool that basically crimps this on like a rivet, And if it would focus, you could see it better. But anyways, that's what we're gonna take that fender back off and then put these in so you can attach the fender to it later. So, all right, as of right now, that's all I've got for you guys. I will be back once I mark my holes, and then I'll come back and drill them and give you some more updates. All right, thanks. Okay, guys, I'm back. What I did is I removed the fender, and then I started drilling my holes. Basically, in the instructions, it tells you to take a punch, which looks like something like this, get your fender on there, line the hole up in the center, and then press it in, and that's what's going to give you your mark. Then once you take off the fender, then go back through. Now, with drilling out the drill bit, the actual drill bits that you want to use, start off with I started off with a 1/8 and then went up to a 1/4 and then gradually went up to this 32 bit, which, just to let you guys know, y'all can get that bit. It was kind of hard. I went to Home Depot, Lowe's, some of the other stores, and none of them had them. So I did find it at Ace Hardware, but it was in their like special section for drill bits. But you definitely want to get the exact right size, because if you don't, it's just going to be a lot harder on you. So, but anyway, so what I've done so far is I've done this one first. Now, there's a special tool. So these look like, and let me get one that pulls out easy. Right here. So this is what these look like. I showed you a minute ago. So what we're going to do is we're going to press that in, and then you thread it with this. So I'm going to start with this. I already did this one just to do a practice. So it's nice and snug, and it's ready to, you know, put the fender on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to screw this on. Now this comes with it. At least your kit should. And what you're going to want to do, Sean, will you help me out here? So what you're going to do is you're going to screw all this in all the way down till it fits snug, okay? So right now it's basically in there. Now what you're going to want to do, it's a 15 millimeter. So what I've got is I've got a ratchet 15. Let me make sure. So I want to tighten it. So I'm going to put that one on first, and that's going to go to the back nut, okay? And this center nut here, okay? So what you're going to want to do is just tighten it. And what it does is it collapses this in the back side of it. It collapses it and then makes it like a rivet, okay? So it's really, really neat how that all works, okay? So what I'm going to do is start tightening this. Make sure I'm doing this right.
Mama.
All right.
You say that too. Zoe, you guys take turns, okay?
Okay. All right, there we go. And then simply just keep turning it, and then eventually it'll start getting tight, and it'll start collapsing that metal in the back, where it'll allow you to start snugging this piece of rivet to the actual frame of the Jeep. And you're going to want to continue to do this until it's completely snug. And it's a little force. I mean, you're having to tug on it to keep it, you know, moving, because you're bending metal in the back. I mean, granted, it's a thin metal, but you're still bending it. Okay, so that's that. It's officially snug. So now what you're going to want to do is just back this off. And once you have that, take this completely out. So that's it. And that's in there good and snug. This thing is pretty awesome. Comes with a kit. Make sure you do use it. There's really no other way to install these without this. So, okay. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and finish this up. And I'll come back to you once I have the fender on and then we'll see what else we need to do next. All right, thanks. Hey guys, I'm back here on an hour later. I went ahead and got everything done, and that's it. So I got everything fastened on. I went ahead and put some more of the blue vinyl behind here to kind of make the black pop out more. So real simple. This came in today as well. So very happy that I went ahead and got the flare. Looks a whole lot better. Kind of putting all this back together. Still not finished. Still have to hook up my rock lights. So we got one side done, and my buddy Sean is over here taking off my running boards on the other side. So we're gonna have to do it all again on this side. Just make sure that you mark your holes perfect whenever you're drilling these out. I mean, get a center punch, make sure you're dead center middle. Fortunately, every single one of mine went on perfect. So go slow, don't try to do this fast. Take your time, do it right, and you'll be very, very happy about that. So this is the last video for this. We're gonna finish up the other side, but it is complete on one side at least. It looks great. Getting ready for Go Topless in Galveston, coming up in a few months. So I hope to see you guys out there. All right, coming to you from Cypress, Texas. Have a great day.